Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, I want to give you a quick day one guide for Skeletor. This is something we might revisit in the future as well with more information. But I've already seen like all the comments. Everyone is saying that this champion absolutely sucks. And while he's certainly not a top tier champion at all, he does have a couple of uses in the game. So I just want to fill you guys in on that because knowledge is power. Again, don't expect him to be the best thing ever, but he's not entirely useless. That's for sure. So, for instance, here is I was doing my tag battles earlier today. And yeah, so this is in like Goal 4 tag arena. And Skeletor, is he necessary for this team? No. And there's actually replacements, which are better. But he does still have a use. That was a bomb team going up against, a pretty scary champion and Nice the Shadow Thief. Like, this is not like an early game player by any means that we're up against. And Skeletor helped us get the win right there, which was pretty cool. So I think that's place number one where he is actually useful, is in the arena with bombs. And I think that this is something that could become a little bit more useful in the future, but there are two champions that really stand out to me. One of them is also free-to-play friendly, but more endgame, which does what he does, but significantly better. So what does Skeletor do in arena? Well, increase accuracy on your team. Then he can steal block debuffs and one other random buff. What is good about this is something that could become more common as we go a bit further in the game. Let me see. I'm sure I have some people in Feral. He's in Feral. Like 4 pieces of Feral, yeah, gives you block debuffs at the start of the round for 2 turns. Same thing with like the immunity set, untouchable. That is a thing. And bombs are quite strong in the metagame at the moment. So it is something that we might see more in the future. People probably don't have too much immunity or untouchable. It's not been meta for a long time. But it is something that could come back a little bit because of bombs. Not saying it definitely will, but it might. Skeletor does give you a relatively consistent counter against that, right? If you go in with a bomb team and they've got immunity set on, you're screwed, right? Unless you can strip their buffs. He brings you that guaranteed strip for the block debuffs, which is good. One other random buff. It's actually bad if he strips Stone Skin, usually, because Stone Skin makes them take more damage from bombs. But it's okay. This is not too bad. I think a good comparison is Lady Kimi, who I think is better overall. I think she's an upgrade, but she put block buffs and removes 1 random buff from all enemies. Now, this is a bit awkward, right? If they have Stone Skin and immunity, they've got 2 buffs. So you might not remove the block debuffs, which is a problem. So Kimi's maybe a little more inconsistent right there. So that's definitely something to watch out for. That is a small advantage that Skeletor has. And yeah, if you compare him again to, I'd say, another champion that does a similar job, really, which is Yoshi, increased attack and accuracy, right, for your bomb teams. Again, Skeletor has the advantage of stripping off buffs, the block debuffs. He doesn't bring increased attack, though, but that's, it's a bit of a trade-off. So he does have some use there. Some use there, for sure. And let's actually see him in some of the fights as we go. He also has got that single target. We'll come back to that more. Let's see him some bomb stuff, and then let's talk about the obvious upgrade that people will have. Let's see if this will work right here. So, I've got the wrong team in. Here we go. So we'll go in with this team. The problem with this is a speed team, by the way. So this is one way to build it. The goal with this type of team is that we go first, right? And if we don't go first, we're in a hell of a lot of trouble. So we go in. Here we go. You can actually push their turn meters back, increase accuracy. With the increased accuracy, you can see there he wasn't able to steal the buff off of Mithrala. She resisted initially, but then we're able to place it. And then let's see, hopefully, yeah, because we've got the increased accuracy, we're able to get bombs on almost everyone. Not on Loki, but that's okay. We can kill him next turn. Let's lock them out then with our Basher. And let's see if we can remove some of this from Loki. Mithrala is dead. Great. Decrease resist there as well. It's nice. Let's actually see if we can debuff him. I haven't booked Skeletor, so it didn't work. But that almost worked. Let's put block buffs on. And yeah, I guess we can actually just press auto at this point. Why the hell not? Skeletor is going to do some A1s. And there we go. So he is useful in this sort of team. Go first and bombs. You could also run him in a go second bomb team. Okay? Let's say you want to use your Arbiter. I think Arbiter is the perfect combo for this team, by the way. Arbiter, Bomb Champ, Skeletor. Arbiter Speed Aura, increase attack, turn meter boost. Skeletor, increase accuracy, remove block debuffs. and then you bomb them. You need to be fast. You need to be very fast for this. You can also run them slow, right? And so long as they don't have protected set with protected block debuffs, you run everyone slow in Stone Skin, and you could use somebody else instead of arbiter, random other increase attack. You could use your Yoshi, the Drunkard, for instance, right? Yoshi in Stone, everyone in Stone Skin. And then if they don't have a way to remove your Stone Skin, you can potentially just buff up increase attack. Again, use Skeletor to increase accuracy and guaranteed strip their block debuffs, and then bomb them. So this is a valuable strategy, I think, actually, for a lot of players. I think bombs is super underrated. It's very good. Can't use it against Marishka. We can try this. We might be outsped. Let's find out. This one is risky. This one's risky because we're going the speed. Like, if they are faster, we're dead. Simple as that. And he is faster, so I'm pretty sure we are just dead. Let's find out because, yeah, he's going to lock it. Oh, we actually resisted. That's kind of lucky. I mean, let's see. Can we push his turn meter back? I don't know if we have that mastery. Now we're dead. Bummer, dude. So there he was just faster. We're just dead. See this one. He's probably going to be faster as well. Let's try this one here. Doesn't have a good speed aura, but he's got plenty of resistance. Duchess, obviously a bit weak for Nishak. This is where I probably should have switched to a different champion. But hey, that's life. There we go. Oh, we actually stole her Stone Skin for 2 turns. It's actually kind of bad because it makes the bombs do less damage. We can come in, nuke them, and then we can lock her out. Again, we've been able to lock her out. Not too shabby. We've got Weaken on. I'm actually not sure. Let's see if his A2 will actually hit this time. All right, she got weak hit, so she didn't have that. Let's see. So his A2, Skull Comet, Petrified. Oh, good. So the Weaken does persist. That's very important. Weaken also ups the damage bombs do, so that's nice. Unfortunately, we keep weak hitting with everything else. Let's see if we can get another Weaken on. There we go. Skeletor can smack her a couple of times. And yeah, I mean, it's basically how this goes. She'll probably revive or something, but can we land a bomb? We just can't manage to land a non-weak hit. It's a tragedy. And Skeletor doesn't have any visibilities available. We'll just force her down. Just brute force pressure. Just kill her. There we go. Excellent. We got her down eventually. So that's like an idea, right? Again, you normally would be very, very scared to bomb a team like this because of Mithrala. And then again, like Duchess, bombing the Duchess is kind of risky because she's the wrong affinity, but because we're able to petrify her for a turn and lock her out, it's not too bad. So he has some uses there. Now, the obvious upgrade, hopefully you guys guessed what it was. Mithrala is the obvious, or Mikage, excuse me, is the obvious upgrade. Form 2 Mikage, yeah. Increase accuracy, full buff strip, and a weaken. So Mikage is just way better, and she's got 80 accuracy in all battles. She is a strict upgrade over Skeletor, and she is the AoE stun with 30% turn meter pushback. She's got the guaranteed sleep for 1 turn with turn meter pushback. Her passive is pushing back turn meters. She is doing what Skeletor does, but like way better. Way better. And she's like I'd say she's a late game champion, right? I don't think she's even end game anymore. I think you can get her approaching the late game, right? I think end game has really progressed further than that. She's way better. So if you're looking for a bomb team, obviously Mikage is a massive upgrade. Skeletor is a decent early game option in that place. Going into that bomb team, he's going to be a decent chunk better when booked because you need that 100% chance to steal it. And that's a problem because he needs so many books. Is it worth those books? Well, maybe not, actually. But it is a strategy that is viable, that could be useful for a ton of people. And it's important that you know that, right? It's not good enough. This is why I got to make this video early. It is frustrating to me that people say he is absolutely 100% useless when that's just not the case. That's just not true. How did I build him for this team? So I've got like Arbiters just going like as fast as possible. Skeletor then, again, I want him to be just a bit faster than my bomb champ. And I want them all to be pretty fast. Like we want to make sure that we go first. Skeletor ideally should actually be a bit faster, but I don't want to put really good gear on him, really. But Skeletor will be a bit faster because he can do the turn meter pushback. And faster than your bomb champion. And then my bomb champion here, Nishak, he's like 300 speed, right? So I've got like a 380 speed Arbiter, 300 speed Nishak. I think Basher was a bit slower. He's 290, but that's okay. Again, you could sort of alternate. You basically want Skeletor to be faster than your lockout and your bomb. And honestly, you could replace Basher with anyone, right? You could have another speed champion You could have a backup damage dealer if you're not confident about your bombs, like whatever. I think Basher's a great option as that, he locks him out and he's an epic. So I think this is a good budget team. I think the biggest problem for budget is you might not have a good bomb champion, really. And I've got mine in four, actually 7 pieces of pinpoint. I didn't realize that much pinpoint. But you could also run into a problem with polymorph. But we're talking about early game players here. You're not going to be running into that much polymorph early game. So that's number 1, where Skeletor is decent. Number 2, where he's decent. Unfortunately, I was going to push this video back to tomorrow because I wasted all my Iron Twins Fortress keys because it's void. I just did it on auto when I woke up and I forgot. I think he can be good against the Iron Twins Fortress. And in particular, I think because, especially, you are going to get a guaranteed 5-star soul for him. That could make it very useful for players trying to progress through the Iron Twins Fortress and similar sort of stuff as well. What would you put on him for the soul? Very simple, Brimstone. Let me show you the Masteries as well. So I think you definitely go Brimstone on this guy. I think it's going to be fantastic for any bosses because I think he is good against bosses. But he has a high chance, 60%, of a protected smite. This is great. He doesn't need the guarantee because you're building with high accuracy. And he's even going to get more accuracy here. But that protected smite, really nice. Bosses can't cleanse it off. So that will give earlier players a good chunk of damage against bosses like Amius, against Iron Twins, against potentially the Chimera. That's right, the Chimera. So what does he do that's good against these single target bosses? Well, number 1, if you've got high accuracy requirements, he helps you a lot. So this was, for instance, for Iron Twins, yeah? For Iron Twins, they nerfed the boss. So he has 350 resistance now. You need 375 accuracy to be consistent. Now, with the 50% increase accuracy buff from Skeletor, you only need 250 accuracy. Now, if you use the boss has 350 resistance, you use the accuracy buff, and you use Skeletor's 60 accuracy aura, you only need 190 accuracy. So it's a lot easier for like newer players, right? This is what I'm thinking about. For late game players, you're not going to need this. For new players, though, getting 375 accuracy in your champs could be really tough. 190, much easier. That's pretty interesting. And then if you also include the 50% decrease resistance debuff he can place with his passive, you only need 73 accuracy, which you can probably do without even trying, like 2 weeks into the game. So yeah, he's pretty good against bosses that have a lot of resistance. 350 is not a crazy amount, but this is pretty consistent with a lot of the Doom Tower bosses, Iron Twins, that sort of thing. He's definitely going to be useful there for people who are progressing, right? Definitely quite decent. You cannot rely on the decreased resistance, but it's whenever he's hit, right? Iron Twins counterattacks a lot, so he actually will be pretty consistent against Iron Twins. So yeah, there you go. And then if you book him, the increased accuracy is very consistent. So it's definitely something that you can consider. For Iron Twins, what team would I run? And then we'll talk about Chimera, because I think that's the elephant in the room. For Iron Twins, something sort of like this would be the sort of team you're going for. So basically, I think Geomancer is probably his perfect partner. You put out the burn, and then you can reflect stuff. You can use him to make it guaranteed you can place that burn. If you have enough accuracy on him, you can actually turn this off, and you can just do his A2 and spam his A1. His A1, each hit, 75 bucks to 100% chance to increase the duration of a random debuff. Increasing debuffs is really good with Geomancer against a boss like this that's fast, because it will help you keep HP burn up the whole time. So against Iron Twins, perfect little combo. He also brings decrease attack, decrease speed. So again, against Iron Twins, that will help you survive. It will slow down your run. The Iron Twins is vulnerable to decrease speed, and he won't get turn meter boost when you get buffs. So this will slow your run down, but make it a lot easier. So I actually think he's actually a very, very nice Iron Twins progression champion just in general. Decrease attack to help you stay alive, decrease speed help you stay alive, decrease resist, increase accuracy to help you get over that, accuracy aura. He can extend your debuffs. It's pretty nice. And then you slap on the 5-star Brimstone and you're good to go. Honestly, with the 5-star Brimstone, that does counter synergize with Geomancer. If Brimstone procs, it will remove the Geomancer burn. So you could at that point take Geomancer out and you could put in like whatever, Ninja if you got him from the free login thing, or anybody. You could put in any other damage dealer and have a pretty decent go at Iron Twins. The other champions, by the way, in this suggested team, you can really switch it up. It's just people keep you alive, right? Healing, shielding, cleansing, that sort of stuff. Just stay alive, let the Geomancer Burn do the work, or let the 5-star Brimstone do the work. And yeah, maybe just even a normal burn champion. Like anyone, right? It's kind of crazy. Same strategy for Amius as well, right? Just stay alive, kill him with Brimstone, great, and decrease attacks, great, really useful. So very, very nice there. Then again, I think similarly, he might be good for people, newer players, against the Chimera. So the Chimera, gonna be like Demon Lord, yeah? Easy up to Ultra Nightmare, so a big, yeah. A lot of difficulties, right? A lot of difficulties, very broad range, most likely. Checking out this in the What's Next video, damage Chimera while he's under decreased speed. So the Chimera is vulnerable to decreased speed. Okay, great. And we know from looking at the skill set from the Chimera, he's smacking you with a lot of damage. Again, I think Skeletor's kit could be potentially decent against the Chimera for new players, right? Because why? What does he do? If this number one, the Chimera is probably going to be very fast because you want to place decreased speed. It's probably very fast. So he's attacking you a lot. Well, great. You're going to be pretty consistent at decreased resistance. This Chimera, it's the newest boss, could have very high accuracy requirements. That decrease resist, increase accuracy may be decent there. Skeletor brings decreased speed, decrease attack. Brilliant. That's exactly what we want against the Chimera, to stay alive and to stop it taking turns. And then increasing random debuffs, again, potentially quite helpful against the Chimera, especially if like block active skills is needed against that boss. That's pretty rough to keep that debuff up for a long time. He could be decent against it, and so on. So I think he does have potential for new players to be helpful against the Chimera. Now, here's the thing. We put all that stuff together. What do I think of Skeletor? In terms of build, I would definitely just build him high speed, high accuracy, and give him like a good chunk of survivability as well. I mean, I've got him in fairly late game, end game gear, even with pinpoint and stuff. Yeah, you want him to be faster than your bomb champion for Arena. I've given him these Masteries. I think this makes for the most sense, because he's probably going to be good against bosses. I think War Master makes the most sense, and something like this. I do think you could ditch the offense tree and get Eagle Eye instead if you wanted, and then get him like some defense tree stuff. That could be nice too. Like the counterattack thing could actually be quite good against the Chimera potentially. Truth be told, I would not rush though to build this champion for that many players. I've broken it down for you. I think you can now understand. Hopefully you can understand why I need to make this video today. I was hoping to wait for tomorrow to Iron Twins, but I don't know. I figured let's just get it done today, right? Because I just see overwhelmingly everyone saying that he's completely useless, and it's like, well, that's just not correct. I would still not rush to build him, because while he does have some uses, they're quite niche, and some of those are big question marks. Will he actually be good for you for Iron Twins? And the biggest question mark, of course, will he actually be good for you for Chimera? It's really hard to know that yet. You've got no rush to build him, right? I'm assuming you've got plenty of other champions that you can build. So I would put it on the back burner. I would not rush in. But if you are a new player, and like you still have to take down Iron Twins, you still have to take down Chimera, like you're going to be progressing on the Doom Tower, right? These single target bosses. This guy could actually be genuinely good and could then fill in as like a good, like your way off Lady Mikage. Great. You know, if you get a bomb champion, he's potentially a good one to add into your team, like Arbiter bomb champion him. It's a good team for Arena, good team for Siege, all that sort of stuff. So I think he does have uses. For me, as a late game player, not going to use him. I've got way better champions, right? No use to me. But for a lot of players out there, he can be decent. His reviews are probably shocking. Yeah, reviews are really, really bad. And again, I would not look at him for like AoE fights, like Hydra and stuff like that. I don't see it. But I think 3 for Hydra and 3 for Iron Twins is just ridiculous. He's very solid, really good actually for Iron Twins for a lot of people. Not very good at all for Hydra. That just bothers me. It bothers me on the fundamental, like just incorrectly rating stuff. Like that's very misleading to players. So yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on him. I rate him as a B overall. I think he's not a fantastic champion. He's very middle of the road, but he does have niche uses that might be helpful to you. All right, let's go in one more fight. It's actually pretty tough. I'm looking for these for like fights that we could take. And it's a bit rough. Like I'm seeing 6-star champions that'd be pretty scary. But like, I mean, we could definitely do this one, right? And then I saw there was one at the bottom of the page. That's more of a standard fight. Yeah, I don't have my best speed gear here, so we got to be scared. He's actually stolen Stone Skin again. That's quite funny. That's actually quite funny. Oh, don't. Oh shit. Well, that's bad. We just. Oh no, disaster. That's very funny. So what happened right there is we actually kill the Siegfried. You want Siegfried to die from bombs. Bombs will kill him and stop his passive from activating. That's a little tragic. We'll have to wait him out. Let's actually see. Could we? I don't think actually we need to do anything too special. I mean, let's just slap Ninja a couple of times because it's funny. They'll die from bombs. Try load up more bombs on Siegfried. We can do block buffs, sure. Strip that, sure. You know what? We could. What happens if we do this? I'm actually curious. Okay, maybe it's actually bad. Maybe it's actually bad. Let's see, because we want to kill him. It's important that we kill him. Here we go. Go on. Take him down. No. Don't kill him. Okay, good. All right, we're good. We got it. You got to be careful with the Siegfried. That was funny. Basher did too much damage. Basher almost trolled us there. We wanted him to die from the bombs. Or this looks like a nice fight as well. He should have some speed, but not enough. And yeah, so let's see it. Again, if Sifi puts up... She put up now. She's too slow. But if Sifi puts up the block buffs, it's fine. And we actually, again, stole the... We're stealing Stone Skin a lot. But yeah, against like a Sifi, unless she's in protection set, if she did go first, we could steal those block debuffs and be good. So, do we have actually a Sifi? We can't run against that one. Hang on, let's see. Can we find a... We couldn't do it against our mans either because he'd just kill us if he goes first. I'm not seeing. One more refresh and then we'll call it quits. Risky against the Armans. We could try it. He might be too speed tuned. Do we want to risk it? Well, certainly not that one. Here, this is very much like the team we're running, but a better version. I mean, let's try it against this. This might go horribly wrong. We need to be fast enough. This is where, yeah, we need to be fast. Hopefully we are. If the Sifi is speed tuned too much, we're gonna be in trouble. Like if our mans get to go, basically. Okay. All right. I guess actually we just outspeed him. Never mind. Oh, he just got a bunch of turn meter. That's pretty scary. He's got supersonic. We can bomb again. Pretty scary team. We needed pinpoint there to not get bombed. So that was, again, we can lock him out just to be sure. Bombs, kaboom, extra damage because of that. Oh, I should actually boost the turn meter. I wanted to petrify him. Too late. But yeah, bomb team. He's got a place. I watched this space as well. So like if you have come in and yeah, I think especially I've seen some people say, man, I've built him up and now I'm full of regrets. He might genuinely be useful for you for Chimera as well. Yeah, there you go, guys. You get the gist. Hope you enjoyed. I wanted to, again, the goal is to provide a different perspective. Yeah, it's just be a different perspective. He's a B tier champion. He's not a D tier. He's not S tier. He's like a good B tier, right? B tier. He's okay. He has a couple of spots, but he's not amazing. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.